Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored.
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyoncé. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party.
Ever wonder why Elon Musk seems unafraid to expose Hollywood's secrets, while Beyoncé and Jay-Z appear to go to great lengths to silence anyone who questions them? For instance, when Piers Morgan tried to dig up some of their past connections, he was quickly shut down.
Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored.
So, could it be that Elon has some leverage on them? Secrets that could be even more damaging and dangerous? Perhaps he holds information that could bring Hollywood down?
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
With former President Trump hinting at exposing Hollywood's darkest corners and Elon Musk stirring up rumors, the silence from Beyoncé and Jay-Z becomes even more intriguing. Are they hiding something significant? Could their links to people like Diddy, Epstein, and Weinstein run deeper than anyone realizes? On a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, Musk and Rogan discussed these very topics, shifting away from technology or space to address Hollywood secrecy and some unsettling truths about the music industry. Musk didn't hold back, calling out Hollywood elites for their support of figures like Kamala Harris.
Sounds rough, man.
Well, it's just amazing how many people in the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala, too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
One person Musk highlighted was Diddy's ex, Jennifer Lopez, saying she had the power to alert the public about Diddy's alleged crimes, but chose to remain silent. This begs the question, how deep does this silence go? Is J-Lo covering up more than just old secrets?
And it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Rogan then hinted at connections between Diddy's inner circle and Hollywood elites who currently back Kamala Harris. Musk added that it's not just about knowing secrets, it's about who is covering for whom. Together, Rogan and Musk didn't just scratch the surface, they delved into a list of high-profile celebrities, sparking curiosity about how much some of Hollywood's biggest stars may actually know about Diddy's controversial and alleged criminal activities.
This whole thing is disgusting and terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people are just turning a blind eye to it.
In a prior interview, Musk suggested that these high-profile celebrities were supporting Kamala Harris not out of genuine belief in her, but rather from fear that Donald Trump might expose the names on Epstein's infamous list if he regained power.
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyoncé. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party.
Now, rumors suggest that these elites have been cautioning anyone who tries to connect them to Hollywood's shadier dealings. Piers Morgan, in recent months, has hosted guests willing to divulge Hollywood's well-kept secrets. Figures like Jaguar Wright and Candace Owens have one thing in common: they know too much. With every episode, Piers inches closer to exposing Hollywood's power players, including names like Oprah, Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Tyler Perry, and Diddy.
Do you feel vindicated by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because he's just the beginning.
Jaguar Wright, a notable guest on Piers Morgan's show, shared her experiences in the music industry, revealing shocking details about Diddy and his alleged manipulative behavior. When Piers asked if she felt vindicated after Diddy's recent legal troubles, Jaguar made it clear that, for her, accountability was just beginning.
You live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the thing that happened to you.
Jaguar explained that Diddy is merely the tip of the iceberg, a figurehead for a deeply entrenched culture of exploitation within the music industry. With over 30 years in the industry, she described how even the warnings she received from elders weren't enough to protect her from the trauma she faced. Decades later, she still struggles with PTSD, troubled by the stories she hears from younger women facing similar abuses.
And it's all done under the protection of, this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
For Jaguar, Diddy's influence is especially dangerous because the harm is generational, protected by the industry's silent complicity. Much of her interview focused on this toxic culture, which she claims has been allowed to thrive under powerful figures like Diddy. Her prior work as a dominatrix gave her unique insight into the intersections of the entertainment industry and the darker corners of power.
People keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making Diddy.
Jaguar didn't hold back, detailing horrifying behaviors she either witnessed or heard about, including alleged ritualistic practices and exploitation of women, covered up by NDAs and hush money, all kept out of the public eye.
Press and the media and the public at large is shocked by what's happening, but we really are just getting to the beginning of everything.
Jaguar pointed out that many people within the industry are aware of these happenings, but few are brave enough to speak out. This culture of silence, she insists, has protected people like Diddy for far too long. One of her most disturbing claims is the idea that Diddy was chosen for his role specifically to help maintain control over the Black community in the entertainment industry.
There are a lot of people who have been named that have not been brought to heel, people that were above him, music executives. And none of this is shocking, really. I think, yesterday a report came out that showed that faith in the mainstream media is at an all-time low.
Beyond Diddy, Jaguar also named influential figures like Clive Davis and Lucian Grange, saying they played roles in Diddy's rise to power and have shielded him from the consequences of his actions. According to her, Diddy was handpicked to exploit Black culture for profit, leaving a trail of broken lives in his wake.
This man was allowed to be with every presidential candidate. He was allowed to throw parties. He was hailed as a hero. And yet behind the scenes, everyone knew that this is what he was engaged in. This was an open secret in Hollywood.
Jaguar's claims echo what others have whispered for years, but until now, few have dared to speak so openly. Piers has also hosted commentators like Mark Lamont Hill and Candace Owens, who debated the influence Hollywood elites wield over the media. Piers started by acknowledging the gravity of Diddy's situation, and Candace quickly expressed that she had seen this coming for some time.
Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored.
Meanwhile,
Candace shared a statistic, asserting that around 65% of Americans no longer trust what they read. She points to Diddy's case as a prime example, highlighting how people defended him for years despite his alleged double life. Candace then referenced Kanye West, who was dismissed as crazy when he spoke out about Diddy. She raised an important question. How many powerful people knew about these allegations and chose to stay silent? She criticized figures like LeBron James, saying he stayed quiet despite knowing a friend had been caught on camera in troubling circumstances.
We believe in freedom and opportunity and justice, not for some, but for all.
Piers chimed in, comparing the situation to the Epstein scandal, suggesting that as Diddy's case unfolds, more high-profile names might be implicated. Following these interviews, Jay-Z and Beyoncé reportedly responded with legal measures.
the day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already.
Trump's past pardons for hip-hop figures like Lil Wayne and Kodak Black hint at his influence in the music industry, Some speculate that Trump could strike a deal with Diddy to get information on other elites in exchange for leniency.
It's King
Then
Kong.
over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying?
People are
King
saying
Combs, and I want to shout out all Urban Central.
Yeah, mostly Austin. The
Sex with the male. They had to be for both of them. They was in the room, right? You're right. It's a freak-off section.
Meanwhile,
with speculation that Jay-Z might be an influential figure behind the scenes. Diddy's past involvement in controversial parties has led some to suggest that he didn't just participate, but helped orchestrate events for others.
Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years.
now,
Jaguar has continued to speak out, drawing links between figures like Jay-Z and notorious names like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and R. Kelly, hinting at deeply rooted connections.
He's the acceptable at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
in a recent interview,
She's even suggested that Jay-Z may have been involved in the downfall of industry figures like Damon Dash and the notorious B.I.M., claiming Jay-Z manipulated situations to pave his way to success.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.